Hi, this is Uber here, and I'd like to briefly go into the build a little for the Omniscience Aura Stacking Champion, Molten Strike Champion. And I want to explain a little bit on how I managed to get the currency to be able to buy the items I needed. Because I can tell, like, for a lot of players, maybe a few players, being able to build up currency to get expensive things is a little hard. But once you figure out, once I explain certain things, you find out that it's actually pretty easy. You just need to figure out what strategy you want to employ and then stick to it, and know what makes that strategy profitable. So in this case, I want to show you the strategy I've been using this league and the previous league. So both leagues I've done the exact same thing, except this league has a bit of a twist. We now have Sentinels, and the Sentinels themselves are kind of broken because what they do is they take well, say high density situations and turns them into just raw drops, right? And ultimately what you want to do is you want to have high density of monsters that you can use with your Sentinels, and then once you've already used them, you want to be able to reset the zone or reset the area and then repeat the process. When you do that in maps, the problem is, like, for example, if you juice your juice maps only you can only use Sentinels for maybe about 10% of a juice map, maybe even less than 5%. And that's the reason why Sentinels are like the complete antithesis to actually juicing a map. It's a different like way of playing. So if you were to juice your map, you're not likely to want to focus on Sentinels. And if you were to, I mean, you could do both, but it's not as worthwhile. And if you're just out and going and speeding through your maps, Sentinels makes the most sense, right? Because you empower the mobs, and then you kill them fast. You go to the end of the map, and then you repeat the process all over again. In this case, what we're applying Sentinels to is we're applying Sentinels not only to Elk and Go strategies, but also to to Delph. And the reason being is that when you go into Delph,
I can't do this just
Delph
yet.
has a lot of high density mob areas, right? Every node you go to is a high density, generally a high density mob area, especially when it comes to like Azurite nodes, or like the Aurora ones, for example, or Delph cities. So those are the things you want to be focusing on to generate profit and to basically accumulate currency quickly. Okay, Delph secondarily has also a lot of profit in the form of uh, okay, raw exalts is one thing. Yeah, for Delph, start of the league till now, which is I think about 2 weeks, I've dropped maybe about 21 raw exalts, like exalts, like exalts, from Delve itself. So just off Delve alone, I think my total profits have been about 120, 130x around there in 2 weeks, which is not too bad. And it's almost like about, mm, actually, it's more than that. It's way more than that. But I mean, I can't count. And I don't actually do like a rough gauge. I don't have that. What I don't have tools to help me like figure out how much Delve drops me. But a lot of the profits that come from Delve is a little deceptive because it's not just the loot you're getting from Sentinels. Delve itself doesn't really drop a lot of good stuff unless you go to like good nodes like maybe currency or like you know no, like fossil nodes. You're not gonna make a lot of profit, but a lot of the profit that comes from Delve is actually from your Azurite. So let's say, for example, I get a bunch of Azurite, and let's say I've got about 10k Azurite. Now you can get 10k Azurite not just from Delve, you can also get it from your maps. This, yeah. So sulfide veins and chests in your maps have a 10% chance to also contain an equal amount of Azurite. So this Azurite is basically just raw currency. Think about it as raw currency, because it makes you, it basically gives you just profit. And how does it give you profit?
Not at all.
You take all your Azurites and you just buy a whole bunch of this. So as you can see, I had 10k Azurite. This was just from mapping alone, and that was like one cycle of map. So that was the amount of maps it took me to get to max sulfide, right? And I got about maybe 10k Azurite, maybe a bit. It's supposed to be 10%, but sometimes you RNG it out and you get like way more. So so altogether that's 10k Azurite, right? And then that all, if you were to convert it all to primitive chaotic resonators, this is about 36 chaotic resonators. So how much do chaotic resonators go for? Um, I've been selling them at 2.5, 2 to 2.5, depending on how fast I want to sell them. If I sell them at 2, I'll pretty much clean out my stock within an hour. If I set to 2.5, I can just chill a bit, and unless like someone really wants them, a large quantity of them, you're not likely to sell them. But when you do, it's you made extra, what, 25%. Yeah. So if you think about it, that 36 times 2, it's about 64 chaos, right? So you literally got 64 chaos just mapping to get your sulfide around there, right? And then when you actually go and delve and go through the Azurite nodes, especially when the depth of maybe 500 plus, it's actually a whole bunch of sulfide. I think Azurite you can get about another like 10k, 10k Azurite, something like that. So that's how you generate your currency, right? You're mostly getting these things. You're using your Azurite to convert it to just raw chaos, and then you also get the drops from Delve itself and the nodes and etc. Fossils also a good source of profit. I sell as much as I can of my expensive ones. I have like 64 pounds left, 7 chaos, 6 chaos, 7 chaos on average. So yeah, Delve is pretty formidable. So let me just show you exactly how it looks like when you Delve. We got everything set up. Okay, so this is generally the Sentinel tree you want for Delve. You're focusing on red and blues, and when you're mapping, you kill like bosses and get sulfide. This is the tree I go for. So I don't really care about killing the normal mobs. I just want to get the Delve, the sulfide nodes as fast as possible, and then run to the map boss and kill the map boss, and use this Apex Sentinel, and get the loot mostly from there. This is effectively a 50% boss rush strat and a 50% delve strat. So you're using the maps from your boss rushing to go to delve, and using your delves to basically sustain your maps. So I've got all my maps set to symmetry, and I have infinite sustain from this process. Because delve will drop maps as well, mostly from like the map nodes and cities, right? And then I self-sustain symmetries from this process. So if you like, given this, you can kind of like get going. You can do this process of farming right from the start, right? And it just costs you only like, so I only run rusteds. I don't run higher than that. So rusted scarabs for delve is like 0.5 chaos. So I just buy them in bulk. I usually buy like 100 or so, and I'll just delve, just a map, and then I go to delve. And then once I'm done, like once I clear out my stock of scarabs, I go back and buy again a whole bunch. But yeah, it's so cheap to the point where you can do this any point in the league. You can make money any point in the league. Yeah, so I'm gonna show you the strat, and yeah, I might just go next mission. Oh yes, one more thing. If you've made a build that can do bossing, ULs or AULs are really good for profit. I've killed, I think, 4 of them so far this league. I've been quite lucky finding them. I've killed 4 of them at different depths. I think the first one was like 200 plus, and the most recent one I killed was like 600. And I think I dropped about 3 amulets. I was lucky, I dropped 3 amulets, and I just sell them unID'd. They're about 6 exalts each right now. So like that's about 24 exalts drops from the delve bosses. Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna probably path to here. Remember, this is the one that has the, I don't know, the fracture. I'm not too sure. Then I'm gonna path up here and then let's get this, and probably go up instead of down. Yeah, because I'm at around 540. Yeah, 540. I just want to. Generally for me, my comfortable delving area is 450 to 550. I can imagine like for most of you, you want to go lower. I think you just want to keep above 180 on average. And then the next tier is if you do enough damage and you can tank the depth, you go to like 250 to 300, and then like 300 to 450 or something, 350, 450, and 450 to 550. So I'm at 450, 550 now. I'm not gonna push beyond that because my build, although it can handle 600 plus, it's just too slow for me to feel comfortable about it, and that's the reason why I'm here. Okay, I'm gonna show you a bit of delving. Most of the time, if you watch me, I'm just gonna mostly skip to the nodes.
not do this just yet.
Special. Mindful. Good.
Right as you do this, next thing you want to do is go back to mines. One is to clear whatever you just looted from Hook Clutter, just loot habits. Just grab this and get another one. There's one thing I find to be a bit of a problem, right? Ideally you want there should be a bloody sentinel chest here, but there isn't, so this is unfortunate, but whatever. So altogether from that one node, I got about I think 600 Azurite. Was it 700 Azurite? 600 Azurite. So yeah, you can imagine that the stacks up pretty fast. So I'm gonna move back in. The reason why you go back to mines and then you go back in the delve again is because by doing so you reset your sentinels. So if you look at it, these are reset.
My spirit is spent.
Good. Oh, such strange pleasure.
Don't mind my local sounds. I just downloaded this for fun. Okay. Back to So with this, you don't really have to be picky about yours because you're using them so fast. It doesn't really matter. You don't have to like breed and get good ones. You literally just use whatever sentinels that have rewards, and you know, they're not. Wait, this is the crappy one. Okay, never mind. It's a waste of time. Alright, let's calculate it. I mean, I'm not like I haven't done delves to the point where I actually remember everything, like what nodes do what. So sometimes I make the mistake of going to a node that actually doesn't give you that much, and then I have to skip it. So I just like I don't want to waste my time, so I just go back to hideout and then I just log and then go to another node. One other thing that's great about Delve is Delve gives you a lot of EXP. So I had 99 just purely off delving, and that's also because Delve generally is quite safe. So you're not likely to die unless you make mistakes or don't read the mods when you pick up the nodes. On average is like 100, 110.
Exciting.
Oh, that's okay. So what I'll do is go get the two maps. It's nice to show you the map modes as well because I can show you like the level of sustain that comes from just doing delves. Like for example, how many cemeteries I get back. So what affects the drops for maps is actually your favorite maps. So this is interesting because, like for example, your Atlas tree doesn't really affect like all the weekend map drop things. Don't affect delve. It's not part of your map. You don't get that bonus. But what does affect is your favorite. So if you favorited, let's say, Cemetery, you're more likely going to get Cemeteries as opposed to any other map, even though it's just a skippable.
Good. Good.
Use that from chanting if I ever want to do that.
I can't do this just yet.
Oh, such strange pleasure. Good.
They'll lower tiers.
Another
I got
good.
T16 Cemetery first. Like one T16 Cemetery. Back. And now I'm going to this one. Delve Cities has multiple chests that have maps. So that's kind of also the other reason why you can at least sustain maps. If you just push solely the cities, you're gonna be able to get the maps that you used to spend to get Sulfide back. Especially if you've got the map favorite.
Good.
Why have I picked Cemeteries instead of something like Strand? Brother Stash. Although I have actually dropped one. I mean, I think Cemetery tends to be a shorter map.
Another good.
It's only one map. What? Unfortunately, no Cemetery here, but that's fine. So of course, the rest of the other maps you can sell as well. You can use it to convert to the maps you want, using Horizons or okay. There's a city here, which is kind of what I want to get to, and it's also a blue city. What was it called? Primeval. I don't know what the name for it is, but that's where you're likely to find AUL as well. And that's a good thing. It's like I need to set up something. Okay. I think the nice part about it as well because Delve is such short burst of combat. You can take a break or rest or do whatever you want in between ones. Sometimes I would do like
I can't do
maybe
this
20
just yet.
minutes at once, and then I'll just do like
My spirit
take a
is
nice
spent.
half an hour chill break. Not take a nap. Like you're never pressured to actually like do your delves like non-stop. The best part about it is since the strategy doesn't really rely on getting scarabs or things that you need, you do basically very minimal trading. Like you're only trading to sell the stuff that you need. should pro. Anyway. Looks like we got now. It's fine.
Such strange pleasure. More.
Any changes to Burning Ground? Perfect. I don't. Yeah, Ignite Burning Ground Delve is a problem. If I go up here, I can get this one. If I go here, I can get the curse one. Curse one's nice because you can get curse rings, and curse rings sell for maybe. They used to sell for like 20 C a pop at the start of the league, but maybe now it's closer to 10 to 15. I guess they were rolled. See my life go to half because I'm messing up a little and I'm spamming the Divine Blessing aura when I don't have.
Spirit suspense.
Such strange pleasure. More.
Oh, it makes sense. Nice. What is gold? Someone might need it. Someone might need it in their build. You never know. This is a pretty mediocre. Right? I think the beauty of the strat is that it doesn't really take you a lot to get started. And once you get started, it's pretty self-sustaining. I need to stop pressing that. Once you get started, it's pretty self-sustaining. Wait, am I gaining life so fast? I'm just thinking that it could be it. Oh boy.
Good. Brutal. Such strange pleasure. More.
There you go. Cemetery map. Next one's gonna be a city. So this is where usually the big money is. When it comes to like drops. I'm using a really crappy sentinel. I could just be with you. Wait, what? There's no reward. Okay, sorry. I need to sort this out. I'm like wondering why the drops are so crappy, and I'm like, okay, I'm using a shitty sentinel. I think I thought it had sentinel rewards. It apparently doesn't have. Yeah, but that's fine. I'm gonna do one with wards. I've been getting a lot of good ones. Sedge. Maybe I should just use a couple of them and try my luck. Okay. Where's this currency? Oh my god. Really? Okay. Yeah, this is polite rewards.
I can't do this just yet.
Okay, I would say that the best Sentinels for use is if you can't afford it. I'm just too lazy to buy them in bulk. Is this one? Oh yeah, let me just use the escalation Sentinel on it, like because it's a Delft city, right? Usually cities you drop these, like, it's quite nice. So like, don't need to go these things fast.
My spirit is spent.
Special. Mine.
They're gonna run down here and then pop it.
Such strange pleasure. Mine.
Fire this. Might fire screen. I'm going to this section. Next area is this area with the other branch.
Mine. Such strange pleasure. Good. Good.
Okay, that's the fire reward in my rhythm. Just grab the and do the branches. And wait for that sedge. After you do the main areas, you go to the sides.
I can't do this.
Sides.
Good.
Press your blue sentinels. Drop a flare. Yeah.
Good.
I'm
Another. Good. Good.
Scrap.
Good.
Let's do this.
Good. Good.
I don't know why I'm picking out white ramps. Should really vote them. That's
My
only
spirit
one
is spent.
side. Still enough.
I believe in treading light.
Mine. Such strange creature. Another. Good.
Not gonna do that.
I believe in traveling light.
Another.
More whites. Okay, so that's one Delph City. See if he still wants to trade. He doesn't. It's fine. But he still wants to.
Bye-bye, Exile. Bye-bye.
Put these away. That's 130. $30 times 2.5. 70 C is it? No, it's 75 C.
I can't do this just yet.
Should really spam the blues. Actually have loads of them. Okay, the reds. I actually use the blues and not the reds at all, but let's try it just using blues. See how that goes. Spend time accumulating them up.
My spirit is spent.
Am I using the wrong life touch support? The amount of life that I'm losing just by pressing the Divine Blessing. I'll try the blues one day.
Such strange creature.
Pretty. Okay, I'm just gonna study out the reds.
pleasure.
I can't do this just yet.
Oh, such strange pleasure.
Playing these ones. No, because I want to type and respond, but I need to clear these. Oh.
Good.
Jesus. Ran out of- Fortunately, run out of flares.
Good. Oh, such strange pleasure. Good.
My spirits are spent.
And there you go, symmetry. Be doing this a lot faster, but I think all the time. So.
Good.
Give cuts carrots. These ones? Oh, there you go. It's an AUL. We making the money, boys. Oh.
I can't do this just yet.
I'm gonna just do this video all the way until I go to the all, and then.
Let's talk.
So that's 2 more nodes, and then all, and then I'll be done with the video. Run map for Exa notification. Talk all about others. I think he's doing exactly the same thing I'm doing. Funny thing is, I was the one who told him about it, so I don't know why he's telling me. Bro. I told him about it yesterday. This guy, Leastad, he always heists. He doesn't do anything else but heist. So he's now setting up his Atlas to do his Atlas strategy. He was asking me like what's the best thing to do, so I told him to do this exact strat I was doing. Maybe he's not doing well.
My spirit's
So
spent.
it's really laggy.
Mine. Delicious.
God, it's never ending. Oh yes, here we go. They checked out the I'll do that next. I got the life pad. I think I'm currently running a normal life pad, and
I can't
that's
do this just yet.
too much life. Forging claws. It's not profitable. So if you're using harvest, the two things you want to reforge are mostly cluster drills and or influenced helm bases for breakable wall.
Special. Mine.
Yeah, so the things you want to harvest craft usually, other than the straightforward rewards where you can either sell them or use to convert to another type, like free splinters and all that. Most time for harvest chaos rerolls, what you want to do is reroll cluster jewels, or reroll. I don't know why this is difficult.
Mine.
My spirits are spent.
Mine.
I'll get up there.
It glows. Fascinating.
Oh, my ribs.
Good. Special. Mine. Oh, delicious. Oh, brutal. Brutal.
I'll make a deal.
Oh,
I have loads actually. T14.
oh.
It's 8.
Oh.
I can't do this just yet.
Time to do the the fun part about this. Two C each. All my 14s are from Dell. Almost
My
all of them.
spirits are spent.
It's like the if you have the maps have a chance of getting higher, it only applies to maps. So whatever you get in Delph, and still roll with 14 or 12 or whatever. What is this? Critical hit. I should have stopped on my like that. I thought about it. Oh, hopefully get the amulet, but you know, it's fine if it doesn't.
Good. Special. Mine.
But okay. What is this actually? 40 C. Okay, that sucks. Whatever. Okay, video's over. I hope you guys enjoyed this description of how to make from Delve. If any questions, just let me know. Try to you answer them. All right.